People come here, we hope they leave with full stomachs. Enjoyed our beer, got outside, their kids got to play on our pirate ship, maybe listen to some music, just have a good time.
That's really good.
Brewing Station's known for a lot of different things. We're a brewery, we're a restaurant, we have live music. We generally run on tap about 12 beers.
We brew everything on site.
We only have 2 that stay on year round. One is an Olsch, it's a Kolsch style beer. It's our lightest beer. And then we've got a lemongrass wheat that's always available year round.
Everything else rotates. Early in this season, we do a lot of lagers. And then in the summer, with the heat and the speed, we do a lot of ales. We do our seasonal beers, of course. I think we've counted over 170 different beers over the time that we've brewed.
A period of time that now stretches back decades. Eric Reese and Aubrey Davis first talked about opening a brewery back when they served together in the Peace Corps in the early 1990s. A decade later, in 2001, their dream became a reality when the Outer Banks Brewing Station welcomed its first customers.
We started out as a higher-end, just exclusively dinner restaurant. And then as the entertainment end of it kind of unfolded, we were brought into doing more and more music. And then we expanded into lunch.
Our food is known for, of course, it's seafood. We have a lot of that.
Shrimp and grits. And then we have a wonderful scallops on risotto dish.
We've got an innovative chef who does some incredible specials.
Good all-around food, anything from steaks to bratwurst to bar food if you want it. And we like it all.
So much so that Ty Huband and his wife Elizabeth have the Outer Banks Brewing Station on their must-do list every time they're in town. The dedication to doing everything locally is a big part of the appeal.
We really like going only to places with microbreweries and local beer. So we love coming in here knowing it's being made, sitting outside, listening to music. We like everything from a light beer to a stout, so we kind of do a mix of everything. It's one of our favorite stops. When you find the wind turbine, it's when you're turning in to have a beer.
Without a doubt, the wind turbine helps make the Outer Banks Brewing Station a bit easier to find, but it's much more than a beacon or showpiece. Sustainability is just as fundamental to the brewing station as its pints and platters.
Everybody on the Outer Banks and the people that visit the Outer Banks, your first feeling is the connection to the environment.
It's important to us personally. We live on a sandbar that is a very fragile environment. So anything that we can do to make things better, we're willing to try it. The wind turbine is the first turbine on site of any restaurant or brew pub in the country. And we confirmed that with the Brewers Association and the National Restaurant Association back when we first got it up. It saves us anywhere from, depending on the month and the wind, anywhere from $200 to $350 a month.
The wind turbine is the focal point of an outdoor space that features a full bar and eating area, games and activities for kids, and a stage for live performances. The turbine may be the most prominent sustainable element at the brewing station, but it's not the only green amenity attracting customers.
I was looking for charging stations along the coast, and I saw that the Outer Banks Brewing Station had a charging station, and that was really cool. I said, well, maybe we could come out here and charge and have some food and, have some beer too at the same time.
The 3 electric car chargers, 2 for Teslas and 1 Universal, are one of the brewing station's newest additions. There's also a pasture-to-plate program, with byproducts from the brewery one day making their way back onto the menu, at least indirectly.
Our spent grain that comes out of a brewing process is picked up by Cartwright Farms, raises up cattle on our spent grain, and then we buy them back from him.
This is a very unique vibe to have all of the sustainability options with the wind and the charging and the food and outdoor seating. It is unique. That's why we're here right now.
There's a lot of places on the Outer Banks that you go to that are must visits, and I've always hoped and believed that we could become one of those points of interest. We morph to what the community asks of us.
It's been a great 20 years and we're looking forward to more.
Outer Banks Brewing Station is at 600 South Croatan Highway in Kill Devil Hills, and they're open every day except Tuesday. For more information, give them a call at 252-449-2739 or go online to obbrewing.com.